And we have been tagged.
Yes, we have.
We were tagged by the Game Hunters.
Game Hunters.
Oh, it's been a long time.
I know. COE and Leaf. COE 33 and Leaf tagged us.
Yep.
And they want to know what 5 games?
10.
10.
This originally started out as top 10.
Okay.
And then Blinkhoom tagged them with a top 10 of what? The most...
Influential games?
Yeah, meaningful
games.
And we like that idea, so we're going to continue with that.
Yeah.
So, we each picked 5 of games that were most influential in our gaming journey.
In our in our life, in our gaming life.
And we're going to go from oldest to newest too, right? Alternating?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Let's jump right in. What'd you pick? What was the game that kicked off your gaming fascination?
I am going to say Donkey Kong for the ColecoVision. We got a ColecoVision. I don't remember. I think it was actually an Easter gift. I know. For my dad. And this game was on it. And I would play it. And play it.
It's a good choice.
Yes.
That's a good choice. I played it whenever I went to my friend's house because he had the ColecoVision and we didn't.
Yeah.
We had an Atari, and when my parents brought it home, it was actually a gift for my dad, and he never touched it. But when they brought it home with combat, of course, bowling, and home run. Those were the 3 games that we had, and we had some mild interest in it. But it wasn't until I saw Space Invaders
That's a
at
good one.
a neighbor's house. And then we got it for Christmas, and that's when I knew these video games could be a lot better than just bowling, fake bowling. And after that, it kicked off my, interest in Atari. I bought Missile Command with my own money. We got all kinds of stuff, but it is Space Invaders that made me realize these things could actually be quite entertaining. More so than just combat, I suppose. So that was what kicked it off for me.
Okay.
And now...
The next one.
You're actually moving forward. Oh no, I know. Don't forget, you got the one in the middle there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
It's right here.
Yeah,
but it's not right here.
We don't have it. We don't have the box
anymore. So mine is going to be Doom for the PC.
Yeah.
So
Doom.
I played that in college.
That's right.
On somebody's computer.
It was mine.
So that was pretty meaningful.
Yeah.
For us. So that's when we
spent some time together, hanging out, playing some Doom. I'm like, man, this girl plays Doom.
So my mom
pretty cool.
had played Wolfenstein. And so I remember, it was to me it was kind of similar gameplay and stuff, and so I was like,
that kills me. Your mom played Wolfenstein.
I know.
All right, Doom. I remember that in college. That's a good one. I'm going to go not quite so far into the future. When we got our Sega Master System after our Atari, one of the most influential games that I played on that was Miracle Warriors. Now, this game is influential because it was the first Japanese or RPG game I ever played. And I was hooked. My friend, renting Master System games is a little hard to do, but my friend had found a place locally that did it, and he rented Miracle Warriors, and we stayed up all night. Playing it, alternating saves. And I remember one time I got particularly far, and he was so used to the sound effects of me going to save, like the save slot 2, that he did that, and he saved over my game.
Oh no!
But that was all right, because we started all over again. It was a lot of fun. Always be a special place in my heart for Miracle Warriors, first RPG I ever played. And it kicked off a lifelong love for the RPG genre.
Okay, so my next one is also an RPG. Oh,
Ooh,
look at that.
That's true.
It is Phantasy Star for the Sega Master System.
Now, when did you play that, though?
But I know, this is old, but I didn't play this until 2001.
Yeah.
So
after we were married.
So we got married, and I was like, I need a game to play, because you had a bunch of games. And I was like, what game should I play? And you said, you should play Phantasy Star.
Yeah.
And I will help you.
Yep.
And I remember, I'm going to give them a little bit too much information, but we had a pull-out couch.
Oh, yeah.
And so on the weekends, we would pull that out, and I would sit there playing Phantasy Star like all
we'd like lay in the
weekend
bed
long.
and just play the
super comfy. That was like our setup.
I'd help you with the maps.
Yep, because you had
I had made the maps earlier,
for the dungeons, and I had my little notebook, and I would take notes and stuff. And so I do like a good RPG.
Yeah, and then
good turn-based RPG, I should say.
And after that, you played Phantasy Star 2 and 4.
Yes, I did.
So she's got quite a few Phantasy Stars under her belt. Mm-hmm. All right, my next game, again, I'm going to go back a little earlier in time again to when I was in... This was just before high school, so now I'm in high school, and one of the most influential games I played then was one that I didn't even know about. I got as a gift, and it was called The Secret of Monkey Island. Got that as a gift. My parents or somebody went to Egghead Software and said, what's a good game? And so the guy recommended Monkey Island, and I'm eternally grateful that he did. It's a fantastic adventure game. The only game like it I had played up until that point was King's Quest IV, which I did not like because it was just beat you over the head, difficult, impossible. Monkey Island took a different approach. You could make mistakes, and you could figure out the puzzles, and they were logical, and it wasn't so much trial and error. And it actually started a kind of an interest, a fandom for LucasArts games. I ended up playing Monkey Island 2, Day of the Tentacle, Indiana Jones, Fate of Atlantis. There's a few more. And then, of course, LucasArts was then doing their Star Wars games. And I was big into PC gaming for many years because of LucasArts and Monkey Island. And to this day, so I've played 1, 2, and 3. I've never played 4. We actually bought 4.
We bought it to play together.
We never played it.
We didn't.
I used to have the game in box with the discs. I got rid of it, but I still have the digital enhanced versions, and every now and then I'll pull it out and play Monkey Island.
Yes.
Fantastic game. Okay, that's 3 for each. Okay, what's your number 4? Oh, this is a big one.
Oh my goodness, this is huge.
This is huge.
This is Animal Crossing for the GameCube. We bought a GameCube at the.
It was about a year. It was about a year after launch. It was GameStop.
GameStop. Down the street, and you were super excited because GameStop had a special. So you got the GameCube, and you got 3 games.
It was get the GameCube, buy 2 games and a controller or something, and get like a $50 rebate or something. I'm like, deal.
So we got
except
this
I had
game.
to convince you.
I know. And I wasn't too happy. And then you got this game and another one. And I was like, there's no games for me. And you were like, Animal Crossing's for you. And I was like, this is dumb. And those were, like, if I could eat my words, So this game, I played it so much and I liked it so much that I was on the GameCube so much that we ended up having to get a second GameCube.
I bought a second GameCube just so I
he could play all of his GameCube games that he got.
Which coming up. Yeah, Animal Crossing, that was a big deal. You were not thrilled. No. It was probably not my first choice, but I wanted to... I had a list of 2 or 3 games to get that they had in stock, and they had to have them new. And I remember the guy was trying to give us an open copy, and I'm like, I'd like a sealed copy.
Oh, gosh.
And especially because this one came with...
that special memory card.
That memory card, which... I made a mistake and said, well, why don't you just start your game with a regular memory card?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oops, this memory card's never been used. All right, so now we're finally caught up, and the next most influential game for me is also a GameCube game. 2 Master System, 2 GameCube.
Look at
That's weird, because those aren't normally our preferred systems, but apparently they have some really powerful games for us. Metroid Prime. This has become one of my favorite, often it is what I would consider to be my favorite game of all time, mostly because, well, it's my first Metroid game, so I didn't have any of the hang-ups maybe that people who were coming from 2D did. And this was just a game that came out at the, an important place in time. I was a grad student. It came out right as I was ending my first semester as a grad student. I had a couple of weeks off in between. I had been working. I went back to grad school, so I had winter break again. I had 2 or 3 weeks off, and I played this.
Yep.
And it's fantastic. Everything about it, I just love. And it'll always be an important game for me because it was my first Metroid game, but also just because of the time and the place when I played it.
Okay.
All right.
And
last one.
Finally, this the Legend of Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, for the Wii U. This was my first Zelda game, and actually this is the only Zelda game I've played.
Really?
Nope. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you tried Majora's Mask.
I did. I tried Majora's Mask, and I wasn't getting it. Huh? No. So I played this. It was my first Zelda game, and I loved it. So I enjoyed it very much. I know it was on the GameCube at first, but I played the Wii U version first, and I just enjoyed every part of it.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. So
it's a good one. We played it. I played it 2 years ago.
Yeah, you played it a year ago for the Cartridge Club. Yeah. And I really enjoyed watching you play it.
It's fantastic.
And remember everything.
We should get you playing some more Zelda games. Mm-hmm. I think you'd like them.
I think so.
All right, and then the last one for me is a famous game for everybody, I suppose. Halo 2 for the original Xbox. Couple important things about this game, I guess. One, it's the first game I ever pre-ordered. Two, I got the special edition with the steel box, which I had never done before. And three, it got me on Xbox Live, which I became hooked on. Mm-hmm. I played this game came out at the end of 2004. We played it for another 2 or 3, 4 years until Halo 3 came out. But Halo 2 online was always my favorite. I played it with my brothers. My brothers got an Xbox to play it. They got Xbox Live to play it with me online.
We would play, we'd play it with them. Like we'd split screen it with them.
Split screen, co-op, couch co-op, couch split screen. Mm-hmm. And this local co-op, I guess. It's not co-op.
It's not co-op.
Anyway, we'd play racquetball against each other, 4-way split screen. Yep. And so this got me started. It just cemented my love for Halo. It got me into online gaming, and of course I don't do that anymore because it turns out I'm not very good at it. But just a fantastic game, mm-hmm. and a big fan of Halo ever since. And I've been on Xbox Live ever since. Yep. And so super influential to me for many years. So those are 10 games.
10 games that influenced us.
Meaningful and influential games for us. Yeah.
Yes.
They define who the QDawgs are as gamers. Mm-hmm. All right, so if you have any, feel free to either make a video or mention to us in the comments below what are some of the most influential and meaningful games in your gaming history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, if you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.